All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Sam Spade Tech. I'm your host, Sam Spade. Welcome to the show. Hey guys, so I'm kind of a noob when it comes to Linux, right? But in our last episode, I managed to not only nuke my thumb drive in an attempt to install Zorin OS, so then we got fed up and we tried to, or rather, so we got fed up and then I installed Cashy OS on my mini PC. And I got to tell you, it ran very well. There's a lot of learning curve when it comes to Linux in general. So depending on which distro you pick, more or less learning curve. But we managed to, hey, it's Bats Player. What's up, Bats Player? How you doing, bud? So we did manage to get Photoshop natively installed over on Linux. So as a Linux noob, I thought that was pretty good. So today, so again, we installed Photoshop directly on Cashy OS using the Steam installer kind of thing. Yeah, man, it has been a while. How you doing, buddy? For 1 year, 4 months, 9 days. Wow, let's go. Let's go, buddy. How you been, Bats? The baddies. Um, good, good, man. Yeah, so like I said, I kind of switched gears. I transitioned over to my tech channel since the grind over on Fortnite, it's a little, I don't want to say intimidating, right? Intimidating's not the word. But I was streaming on Fortnite, on Kick, on YouTube, on TikTok, all these different channels, and I just, I wasn't gaining any ground. And then I was scrolling on TikTok one day, and it was just nothing but Fortnite players, nothing but people streaming Fortnite. Just I'm swiping, and it's just, and none of them were repeating. Yeah, and none of them were repeating. So it was like all these people uh streaming Fortnite. And then I had the realization. I was like, this ain't it. If I want to get anywhere, and not that I wanted to be like a popular Fortnite streamer, because not really, that wasn't never my intention, but it's like, it was kind of going that way. And I was just like, if I ever really wanted to do this, like, yeah. It says I've been following since 2024. 1 year, 4 months. Yeah, would that be, yeah, that would probably be 2024 is when you started following, because 1 year ago from today would have been January 2025, and then subtract 4 months from that. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Because it says 1 year, 4 months. So that's how I do math, is I break it down. So like go 1 year from today would be January 28th, 2025, and then subtract 4 months from that, and you'd be into 2024. Probably November, October, like September of 2024, something like that. Something like that. But what does it matter, right? So anyway, like, long story short, I've already got a tech channel over on YouTube that is monetized. So that's why I transitioned over to doing tech videos, right? So I'm a noob when it comes to Linux, right? So I transitioned, or we managed to, hey, Strawberry Kitten's back. How you doing, Strawberry Kitten? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome to the show. Hey, so when we last left our hero, we had installed CachyOS on the mini PC, and we managed to get Photoshop up and running. And as a Linux noob, I felt pretty good about that. However, since then, I kind of messed around with it, and actually, we did get InDesign kind of sort of working, Lightroom kind of sort of working, and this is just out of the box. So like I didn't do anything special except follow a tutorial, but I can go ahead and show you that. And I've been messing around with it a little bit, and so I had to download a new app. Let me see. I gotta find it because I was having issues. My main issue with the Linux installation was, oh, thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. And that was the other thing. So big shout out to all my subscribers. We managed to hit 1,700 subscribers just the other day. Just yesterday, actually. I hit 1,700 subscribers on my YouTube channel and woke up this morning and gained 5 more and possibly 6 if I refresh. There's Bats. 1,706. That's you, Bats. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. So again, I'm not making a ton of money on YouTube right now. I'd say like every 2 months I make like $100, but hey, that, you know, that helps the grocery bill, right? That definitely helps the grocery bill, because I just went to Walmart yesterday and spent $100. So, you know, it is what it is. But hopefully, one day we'll be making some real coin on this, because we're doing great things here. We're doing God's work, right? We got it, Photoshop installed, but I had to download an app for my capture card. Hang on a second. Plug it in. Got to plug in the capture card. So the reason I ended up nuking my flash drive, let's see, capture card, ammo. Is it on? I don't know if we're on. Are we on? Kinda. What the hell? Okay, not working. That's weird. We may have nuked Cachy here. Not sure. All right. So we're restarting it. But basically, I was running Cachy and trying to, excuse me, I was running the Linux operation and trying to install it through OBS, which I do not recommend, by the way. Don't try to run a computer through OBS, because we missed a crucial step. And that was selecting the right hard drive, which, Zorin, guys, you really should not default to the thumb drive for the installation. I don't know what that's about. So I partially feel like they're to blame for that, but is what it is. So anyway, I was running it through OBS and actually like trying to install things through OBS, and it's very distracting. So I downloaded a separate app. I don't think so. I don't think so, because I only have 450 followers on Kick, or 460. So I don't know how that works. I don't think I can fast track, and I haven't had a lot of viewers over there, honestly. You know, and oh, for real? You seen people with less followers get KPP or whatever? That would be good, because I stream, you know, not every day. I used to stream every day. I mean, I can try it, you know, doesn't hurt. I can apply. Anybody can apply. It's just a matter of if you get it or not, right? I'm not streaming on TikTok right now, but I was streaming over on TikTok when I was doing the Fortnite. I just haven't created a new tech channel for TikTok just yet, but I do plan on doing that. So hang on. This is always pain in my ass is when I have two mouses, Mises, whatever it is. Oh, did they? Oh, well, that's good. Well, then I definitely should apply because I've been monetized for a couple of years now. Um, so like I said, when I had to download this other app so that I can actually see what the is going on. Downloads. It's just a small capture card app, right? And it just taps directly into the capture card. We'll change this for a second. USB. I think I have to deactivate it over on. Hang on, guys. I gotta deactivate it on here. Deactivate. Okay. And then I may have to reactivate it here. Am I? Woo! There it goes. And change the resolution. I don't know why it looks like that. Why does it look like that? That's weird. Oh, I think I do know why. Actually, hang on. Card settings, this one here. There we go. Yeah, it's some weird fucking settings here. I'm gonna change all of these because it looks like this thing got reset somehow. Okay. So I just downloaded this quick little app. Yeah, I don't know why they would stop it, you know. But it's great being monetized on YouTube. Like, I love that. It's good. I get a lot of good views over on YouTube. As far as, well, since I switched over to the tech, for Fortnite, I was not getting a lot of views. Oh, no kidding. Oh, 500,000 followers. 500,000? Jesus, that's a lot of followers. But yeah, so if you're running, yeah, because on TikTok for Fortnite, I only had, I want to say, 200. I only had 200 followers, so that's not an option. But again, on YouTube, definitely. Okay, so let's go back to main canvas here. There we go. We got the main canvas. Hang on, where is my... Huh. Oh, that's no big deal. We'll just leave it like that. It's fine. All right, so let me see here. Oh, yeah. So we managed to, yeah, there we go. So we did manage to get Photoshop 2021 installed directly on Linux, and it is working. But that was part of the issue I was having. So like I couldn't get, you know, it was hard to work with the remote desktop software on Linux. That's the thing about Linux, and this is the reason why I'm gonna nuke this one. I'm gonna nuke the mini PC today, right? Sorry about that. So we're gonna nuke the mini PC today, and then we are going to get we're gonna nuke this, and then I'll reinstall everything and kind of show you guys how to do it if you're interested in getting Photoshop up and running on Linux. So I was just testing it yesterday. So we installed the entire Adobe suite, and that was part of the problem too. It's like I downloaded the master suite, and you can check which apps you want, but even if you check just one app, it'll install the entire suite. So there's a lot of like bugs and bullshit you got to deal with. And if you're not a coder or really not really advanced with Linux, like I got to tell you, it's not easy. I spend more time just like looking up like how to do stuff, than actually just doing stuff. And if you enjoy that, that's great. And I do to a certain extent, but like when it's every fucking thing, like just mounting a CD, right? Like in Windows, all you have to do is right click, mount a fucking ISO, excuse me, an ISO. On here, I gotta open terminal. I gotta search online to see how the fuck do I even mount this thing. Then I mounted it, and then yada, yada, yada. You get the idea. So I spend more time just like looking up, okay, how to do it. And it's not difficult. That's not the issue. The issue is like on Windows, I'd have been done already. And Windows keeps fucking up, unfortunately, but that's why I'm running Ghost Spectre. So today, I'm going to nuke this fucking mini, right? We're going to nuke it. We're going to install Ghost Spectre onto the mini PC, and then we're going to dual boot it. Yeah, it didn't work. It's not on cache anyway. I was right clicking it, and you couldn't hit mount. All you could do is like link to this location. And maybe there's maybe there's another plugin or app or something that I got to get just to install it. But I wanted to figure out how to do the dual boot anyway, so I figured we could do that today. We'll nuke the mini. We'll put Ghost Spectre on there, so that'll show you guys like one of the custom Windows installers, and then right, Cache's not a beginner-friendly distro. Exactly. But again, we did manage to get Photoshop installed on here, which was a lot of fun. So again, I was messing around and downloaded 2025 because I wanted to see if a newer version of Photoshop would run on here using the same method, and it does not. So if you want to run Photoshop on Linux natively, so far all I know is Photoshop 2021 works on here. I don't know about flawlessly. We also managed to run Lightroom for like 10 minutes and then it crashed. Adobe InDesign 2021 also runs. However, it'll bring up the menu, right? Like the create a new document or open a document, but that's as far as you can get, because as soon as you click new document, it opens a window, but the window is blank. So I think there's a lot of like interface there's like interface like issues or like things that's not loading for the interface correctly. Fonts don't load for the interface correctly as well. So again, did we get Photoshop running? Absolutely. And I'll show you guys that. So, but only Photoshop. Illustrator launched, but the, what do you call it? The lines were all skewed, or the interface on that one was all skewed and messed up. Oh, but to go back, so InDesign, what I did is I downloaded an InDesign file or an InDesign template and opened it, and then I was able to get InDesign working, but again, it was a little wonky, wasn't working correctly. So 2021, let's see here. So we got Photoshop exe, and we just run it with this, and it should open with no problems here in a few seconds. But yeah, so the big issue that I was having, oh, and this is also why we got to nuke it. So again, there's issues with the interface. So I can create a new document, I believe, or I can open a document. However, I hit the maximize button and now it's off the screen and I can't minimize it. If I double click the bar up here, nothing happens. I can close it. No, none of these are even working. So there's something up with the interface. Something's wrong with like the interface files. They're just not jiving correctly. So if I hit create new, I'm not sure if that even works. Yeah, create new doesn't work. Open. Yeah, so something's fucked up with the interface. So now I've got to delete this and reinstall it. This one, I believe the file is missing. But yeah, so. Oops. I don't even know if I can. There we go. So I'm able to close it, but now, again, usable, yes. Is it preferred? I gotta say no. I gotta say no, unfortunately. So then I thought, well, what about whoops, son of a bitch. I think I just closed. I sure did. See, I just closed the fucking interface somehow. Here, give me a new desktop. Well, shit. See what I mean? How do I restart the fucking interface? Strawberry, you know how to restart the interface? Because apparently it was stuck on kill mode, and I just killed the fucking taskbar. So now I got to restart anyway. But anyway, like you were saying, Strawberry, not very good for the new user, right? So I would like to install Zorin OS this time correctly, just to kind of showcase, like, for newer people or noobs like me that, hey, this version of Linux might work for you. And then we'll see if we can get it Plasma Shell replace. Right, but how do I get to console? Try Kubuntu? You think Kubuntu would be better? But again, you know, we did manage to get Photoshop running, but that's why I would prefer a dual boot. Alt F2. Alt F2 is not working. Maybe FN. Ah. I had to hit the FN. All right, we got console. So what do I hit? Plasma Shell, replace. Aha, thank you. See, and this is Strawberry Kitten. See, like, I like this. I enjoy, like, learning stuff. Am I gonna remember all this? Probably not, right? But it's fun when I have people in the stream like telling me, hey, do this, hey, do that, because like I'm a noob at this, so this is a lot of fun, you know, and I'm learning. Hopefully other people out there watching are learning as well. Like, hey, you can do this, Plasma Shell replace. So, oh, the shell is bound to it now. Well, we're gonna nuke this one anyway. Bye-bye. We're gonna nuke this anyway. I want to install Ghost Spectre. So I don't know if you guys know about custom distros of Windows. Some of them out there are not They're a little shady. Ghost Spectre is not one of them, though. They don't take out a ton of stuff, but they do take out a lot of bullshit that Microsoft puts in there. Um, and leaves like a lot of the core stuff like in there. You know what I mean? So, don't close the console. Got it. No Windows. Again, personally, it's personal preference, right? So I'm gonna install Windows, then we're gonna partition, and we're gonna do the dual boot like I wanted to do from the beginning. And it's personal preference. So the reason I say that is, yeah, does Photoshop work on Linux? Yes. Is it to the point where it's just out of the box, pretty easy to install and get going and not have any issues with? No. No. Will it work? Yeah. Yeah. But like I fucked up the interface, so I don't know how to reset that. I'd probably have to reinstall it, delete it, and I don't know enough about Wine to uninstall an app that's installed, make sure that it's installed. That's the other thing. I did try Winboat. Yes, I did. So I tried Winboat, and that was even worse. So I managed to get Winboat installed. That was a task in and of itself. That took me about 20 minutes just to get fucking Winboat installed. And then once I did get it installed, if at any point, like, I think my computer went to sleep or something, and I tried to click back into it, right? And it totally just fucked up everything. Windows wouldn't come back online, and then it was like frozen. It was all fucked up. I did manage to get the Creative Suite installed on it, and everything ran perfectly fine on it until my screen like went to sleep. And then when I came back and tried to open it, I had to reinstall Windows. So like within not even 10 minutes of me doing anything, I already had to reinstall Windows. And then again, it crashed. And partially because of, remember RustDesk? We installed RustDesk as like a VNC so that I could see what I'm doing remotely and kind of stream and do all this stuff with the capture card. Or without the capture card, I should say. So that brought Winboat to a fucking crawl, right? Winboat just froze again, and then oh, you're deleting your messages. Okay, I was like, what's going on over there? So anyway, I had to reinstall Windows yet again just to get it running. But the Adobe apps do run through there, and then so I was like, okay, let me try VMware, and I'm pretty sure it froze again, and I couldn't get it up and running. So again, I've had to reinstall Windows 3 times already on this, and I'm not about to do it again. And if I'm going to do that, I may as well just install it directly, you know? And then that way we'll have, what does that say? I don't know what that says. But anyway, then we'll have the option to dual boot, right? And then we can still play around with Linux, but ultimately I'll still have a distro of Windows on there that I can log back into and use if needed. And again, it's all personal preference. So for my preferences, that's what I prefer. It's what I'm used to. But I do want to do a 30-day challenge of Linux only. But again, that's why I'm testing things out to see how it runs, how I like it on my mini PC before attempting to even install it on my large PC, right? Because I've already run into several issues that just make it like, oh shit, like if I would have nuked that fucking computer, I'd have been very upset. Don't close that. Well, I mean, I'm just gonna restart or actually shut it down. Shut her down. Shut her down. All right. No signal. No signal. Let's get into it, shall we? All right. So I still haven't figured out which fucking hotkey gets me to the boot menu, but we'll just go through BIOS. Paladin. They actually make pretty decent computers. I don't know if you guys know of Paladin, but they make some pretty good freaking speakers. I was looking at Realtek. Not speakers. They make pretty good computers. All right. So I got the Master Collection off that Russian truck. This is 2025. If you hit F3, it'll go to your list directories. So we're gonna go Windows. And we're gonna go Ghost. So again, this is a custom distro of Windows, and you'll see the whole process. This is Windows 11 LTSC, and this is it. So boom, we're already up. We're ready here. Now, there is a new version of the setup, but there's a lot of issue. Well, that can have issues. Just run the old version. And then it's going to ask me yada, yada, yada. And for my purposes, we don't want compact. You say that, and some of them are. I'm not going to disagree with you, but I have not had any issues with Ghost Spectre whatsoever. There are a few other distros that, yeah. But now, have you heard, is it more sketchy than what Windows is doing on its own? Because they just announced the other day, and we can watch that video here in a second. Somebody released a paper that Windows itself Windows 11 is the biggest spyware on the planet. And it has sparked all sorts of class action lawsuits against Microsoft. So they're gonna be losing a lot more users. Anyway, is it any worse than what Microsoft is already doing? I'd say no. And again, I don't advocate you guys do anything, but for my purposes, I've never had a problem with Ghost Spectre. Some of the other ones, a little sketchy. So, you know, but is it more sketchy than any of these Linux distros? Because same story. I was about to download one the other day because it looked good. And then one of the comments on YouTube was like, I think it was called Deep In OS. And nice looking Linux, but it's owned by China, and it actually sends your data to China. So, you know, anymore, the promise of privacy on the internet, good luck. There ain't no privacy on the internet anyway. So Ghost Spectre gives you a few different versions. We got compact without Defender, with Defender, super light with Defender, super light SE, which the only difference is it puts the application start all back, which I highly recommend, and then super light SE with Defender. So for my purposes, we're just going to go with start all back. Yes. Whoa! Finger guns. Long time no see. What's up, Radam? How you doing, brother? Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome, Radam. How you doing, brother? How you doing, brother? Welcome in, welcome in. We are installing Ghost Spectre on the Mini. Had to nuke it again. Tits. Let's go with the tits. Had to nuke it again. It's all good, but we're going to get it. All right. So we're going to do a dual boot today. We're going to be deleting all these. We got right now. Okay. Yep. Primary. Okay, so we got the system partition. Yep. We got to delete drive 0. And we're going to delete this one on drive 0. Okay. And that's all we're going to do. Yeah, for right now, I'm just going to let it roll. I'm not going to format it because I don't like the interface here. So we're just going to let it roll, and then we'll partition it once we get in there. So we'll hit next. We'll hit the next. So again, we're dual booting. We're just going to get Windows up and running on this, and then we're going to partition, and we're going to get, we'll start with Zorin. If we don't like Zorin, we'll delete that and add a different distro. Now, when Strawberry Kitten, if you distro hop, can you leave the distro like on the drive? Like, or what am I trying to say? Can you just overwrite the distro? What's the difference? It doesn't take that long once we get into Windows. It's an SSD. It's an NVMe. It shouldn't be slower. Shouldn't be any slower. Shouldn't be. Right. I guess that's not what I'm asking. I, I I know you can install them on the same drive. Now, I guess the question I have now, since you say you can install them on the same drive, is it the same partition? Or do you have to partition each distro? Or can you have one distro installed, and then if you install another one, will it overwrite that distro? Does that make sense? Or will it just allow you to have them all there? Oh, damn it. I wanted search and boot Windows. There we go. I can unplug this for a second. But again, so we did manage to get Photoshop up and running on Linux, and I will show you guys how to do that once we get Linux up and running. But again, for my purposes, and I'm doing this just to show you, right. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. One EFI partition. Radam, you still here, buddy? How's the farm going? How's farm life treating you? Farm life. How's the farm life treating you, buddy? I tell you, I just found a piece of property. Oh yeah, I bet. How cold is it by you? I found a piece of property in Georgia that is for sale. And it's not a farm per se, but it's got a lot of land and it's all flat and grass right now. And it would be perfect to make a nice little farm. Nice little farm there. Right, but it's a fresh install, so nothing's going to have to be moved. Right? Everything's blank, everything's, blacked out. So, and again, this is why I like doing a fresh install of the custom OS. because you'll see how fast this gets to the desktop. You don't have it jumps past all of the sign-in requirements, all that stuff. Oof. Yikes. Yeah, we're it was 70, I think, on Sunday. Or no, it was 80 on Monday. Or excuse me. It was 80 degrees on Sunday. And then Monday, I was going to take the boy to the park. So I got him all dressed in like short sleeves and shorts. And we were just getting out the door. And I walked out and it was like, whoo, what the hell? And I turned around and I was like, hey, how cold is it? And Kat looked at the thermometer and she's like, oh my God, it's 39 degrees outside. There you go. So we're already at the desktop. Now, Ghost Spectre's gonna go ahead and install a bunch of stuff in the background, like C++ and all these other things. So you get a little thing here, and then it's gonna restart. So don't worry about that. 25 right now. Oh, we've been down to -10 with 30 miles per hour winds. Oof. Yeah, the wind chill is what gets you, dude. That wind chill, not fun. Not fun. I'm from Wisconsin. Excuse me. I'm from Wisconsin, and we went to Wisconsin for Christmas, and it was pretty cold. We did get some snow. We were able to take Cooper sledding for the first time. He loved that. Had a blast with his cousins. And then what do you call it? We drove back down, so we made it back to Florida. And right. And so yeah, we're at the desktop. It should pop up here in a second. We should get a couple pop-ups. Just give it a minute, guys. But so we're on LTSC. You can do, I don't know what the difference here is. LOT and then LTSC, long-term service contract. So again, just hit LTSC. Yeah, and I feel like winter has shifted because there actually used to be 13 months in the calendar, and then they changed it to 12 months. And so now all of the seasons shift, and then we're all like, "Oh, winter is like it's so warm in the winter," but really it's just because the seasons have shifted. If that makes sense. Um, I don't know if that makes sense to anybody. It makes sense to me, but anywho, doozly. All right. So just like that, in not even like 5 minutes, we're at Windows 11 LTSC. And it's got, look at this, no advertisements whatsoever. Stop that. And this is 24H2 build enterprise LTSC, da 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 da. Ton of stuff in here. Ghost Spectre, highly recommend it. And if you look, all programs, just the bare essentials. None of the bullshit. And it gives you the old start menu. That's the Start All Back app. But again, that's not the focus. So we're gonna restart, and here in a second, let me just partition this. Go up to device manager. Oh, excuse me, not device manager. I want disk management. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. So we're gonna partition it. It's got 200 megs. Da, 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 da. And we'll just shrink it by how much should we do for Zorin? Should I just split her in half, you think? What's half of that? Half of 463,127. Let's see. 6, 3. Two, 3, 1, 5, 6. Something like that. I don't know if that's right. We'll go 2, 4. Yeah, sorry. If you're on vertical, guys, you can go over to the horizontal if you want to see the whole thing. The link should be in the bio there. That'll work. All right, so we got her unallocated. That's fine. And then we'll hit her with a restart. So we got Ghost installed, no problemo. Now we got to be very careful because last time I tried to install Zorin, it fucked up the freaking drive. So we'll be careful this time, hopefully. Oh, I forgot to that's weird. Usually it restarts, it boots right into the external, but something must have got messed up. We'll hit delete again. Yeah, I had somebody complain on my last live stream after the fact, right? Because it was vertical. And he's like, what? Recording horizontal. Y'all idiots don't know how to record. Nobody knows how to record video anymore. And I'm like, bruh. We're streaming in both vertical and horizontal. But, you know, if you're just looking at the vertical. So I'll probably need to put like a disclaimer on my vertical, you know, hey, if you don't like this one, go over there. Which in this one I did. It should be in the description of the video. Just create new. Yeah, let's take a look here. We're just gonna launch back into this one. The Ventoy, the recreated Ventoy, because I friggin' nuked it last time. So let's try not to do that this time. There we go. Oh, and I downloaded this one too, Tails. Tails is a really good one. It's a good distro of Linux. So we're going Linux. Zorin. We're gonna go Zorin 18 and boot normally. I'm gonna try Zorin. And I can't believe how fast it is to just fucking load it up. No errors found. We like that. Let's do Tails. It's good. But and it's like small too, so it's a really good OS. But we're here now. Let's do this, and then we can go back over. Yeah, is that not picking up? I don't know why my social stream doesn't seem to be picking up your comments. That's weird. Social stream is... Maybe I need to refresh it. I cannot refresh it. Interesting. Full screen. Full screen. Yeah, I don't know why it's not picking up the comments. But it seems to pick them up when you text them, but it's not picking up. All right, so let us install Zorin. Hang on, can you guys see this? You guys cannot see this. It's not even letting me right click. That's weird. Wonder why. Won't let me right click. I want to change the resolution for you guys, but it's not letting me do so. And this was part of the problem that I had last time, because I couldn't fucking see what I was doing. Let's try this. This a little bit better. Yeah, it's still, it's so weird. Yeah, that's what it won't let me right click, and I can't seem to get up the taskbar or anything, which is really weird. Okay, so it says install alongside. Let's do something else. Yeah, see. Okay, that's where I want it. Let's go back. Okay, so install now. Partition. Changes. Oh, okay, partition tables of the following devices. SD. Okay, go back. Yeah. I don't want to make continue. Hey, Brazilla! Hey, what's going on, buddy? I didn't see your chat till just now. Hey, you like the beanie? Yeah, it's a little cold. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, because I cannot see this shit. Like at all. I don't know why it's not. Okay, device bootloader. And toy. We don't want that. I'm trying, dude. I'm fucking trying. I know. Hold on. Can I just, let's go back. I'm just gonna go back. Like you said, I think if I try it, yeah, we'll hit try. There we go. That's what we wanted. Bingo. Ah, fuck. Jesus. Ooh. Yes, this is Zorin. Not yet installed CashOS. That's right. Okay, can you guys read that? Is that a little bit better? Dark mode. Yes. Yes, I agree. Dark mode. Oop. Dark mode. Oh, thank God. Oh, that's better. Sorry about that, guys. Oh. All right. Yes, this is Zorin. So, um, I had Cache. Cache was fine, but for my purposes, I wanted to install a dual boot on the Mini, so we're gonna do that today. Was having issues with the other one with Master Suite as well as Winboat and just a slew of other things that uh, I wanted to try out Zorin essentially. So we're here, we got it. Now we can do the install if we like. So let me see here. Software. Yeah, so right out of the box. Oh, there you go. Brozilla. So right out of the box, they have a kind of like an app store, which I like. I'm a designer, so I love like graphic design and visual aids, visual stuff. I'm a very visual guy. So I like having app stores, simplicity, things like that. I understand this is for noobs. I get that. But for like new users getting over to mom and pop, to install Zorin, I think would be ideal for someone like that, someone who's new to Linux and doesn't know what they're doing, right? Like myself. So Zorin comes with a bunch of stuff pre-installed. You've got your Office suite, which is free. You can get this on Windows too, by the way. LibreOffice is like an open Office suite that you can get on Windows. That's all installed here. You've got just a whole slew of things. You can explore the apps, get your updates right here. So that's nice. And again, for like mom and pop, this is going to be ideal. Like, look at that. Hey, you're up to date. Simple as that. No terminal. Terminal's very powerful. I get that. But for mom and pop, you got the App Store, you got the web browser, and you got your files. So what more do you need? Am I right? Anywho, now let's just install this puppy. So last time I installed it, uh, and we completely nuked our fucking flash drive, which was not great. So again, I just went through the steps. You go English, fine. Download updates, sure, whatever. Hit continue. And now here it asks right here, install Zorin alongside the Windows Boot Manager. And I selected this and hit install, and it installed it on the fucking thumb drive. Like what? We're gonna hit continue. And now we have this. No, I do want to participate in the census because I want to stick it to Microsoft. So, okay. So, but see, so now it automatically sees that we're on this computer. So I don't know how it fucking installed on your thumb drive last time. And we got device mapper SDA1, which I think is the thumb drive again, right? Because dev mapper ventoy, free space, NVMe1, free space 1 meg, NVMe this. That's the Windows Boot Manager. Okay, so for bootloader installation, we want NVMe 1, right? Or do we want the Windows Boot Manager? Okay. But for bootloader installation, you want it on the free space of this one right here. So hit new partition. Okay. So we want new partition, primary, ext4, and the mount point is that this? The slash? Is that right? All right, so cancel this. Or, okay, so I'll hit this. Because we put that on the free space. So now we got it here. It's unknown, even though it should be. Okay. So then for the boot installation, freed up space to mount point. That's what I did, the freed up space. So we did that, but now for this device for bootloader installation, so do I put it over top of the Windows Boot Manager? Partition 1? Do I put it here? Select Paladin? Okay, you got it. Okay, so just like that. So we're gonna put it here on the unknown. We're putting it here. Wait, I'm waiting. Double click on the EFI partition. It should, I mean, shouldn't it automatically create? It's not 500, it's 200. Just click OK. What? Oh, yeah. I think you might be delayed, Strawberry Kitten. Okay. So we're gonna put it on that one. We're gonna hit install. Well, are you sure? Oh, look, it says it's gonna be changed right here. Yeah, it's gonna be changed. So it is gonna put it on NVMe 01. You see here, partition tables of the following devices are changed. Dev NVMe 1, and then if I go back, it's dev NVMe 1, which is here. But we want it on that one. Yeah, should be fine. Okay, so well, it says on one, and then this one says P1. It should be fine. If not, we'll just do it again, right? Go Sam I4. Sure. Well, at least we know it's not installing it to the thumb drive this time. Hmm? Hmm? Yay! Anyway, I like Zorin. I do. I like Zorin. Again, for like an intro to Linux, I like it. I don't like the install procedure because it fucked me up on more than one occasion, I might add. Did you saw the tits? I saw the tits. Oh, the text and video. Why did you go for a gambling theme, by the way? I was confused and thought you were a card channel or so. No, it's my name, Sam Spade. Sam Spade Tech. And then when I was doing Fortnite, my gamer handle was Bad Spade, so it's just, that's just what I went with. I like it. And fun fact, Ace of Spades is the highest card in the deck. Did you know that? Always has been. Always will be. Oh, I did see that. Yes, Brazil. I did see the text and video, and I was gonna ask, um, what is the point of the webhooks exactly? Because that seemed like a lot of clicking back and forth just to make the links like look differently on there. So I don't know what the purpose of that is or was. Because I was just pasting links in there. Is there a benefit to doing it that way? Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, if you want to do that, you're more than welcome to do that. It just seemed like it was a lot of clicking back and forth just to make the lists, a little more organized. Because for me, it was just like, you know, it looked fine as a thing of links to me. Anyway, I don't know. I don't really care for Discord as far as like the look and feel of it. I feel like it's a little confusing. Um, it just feels confusing, you know, like a lot of it's almost too simplistic. Does that make sense? Strawberry kitten hiding their messages. Is it a he or a she? Strawberry kitten. I assume it's a girl with a name like Strawberry Kitten. Here we go with Zoran. So, what time is it? within an hour, we got I don't know if I saw the functionality part. Which part were you referring to? Is that rough? I don't know. Is that I don't think that's that rough to ask. I mean, we're on the internet. Like, I don't know. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I do like the bots playing an active role. I do like that. Yeah. Yeah, that I do like. I don't know. If you're offended by asking, are you a he or she, then I don't know what to tell you. He, she, they, whatever you want to be called. Just let me know. Maybe I should just cover all the bases and call everyone a they. Does that work for everybody? Yeah. No. No. I don't know. But anywho, once we get Zorin installed here, we will go ahead and get Steam installed, and then we will also, let me see, we'll also get the Adobe Suite installed, which I probably will just download a version of Photoshop instead of the whole suite, because um, it takes forever, and we couldn't get uh, a lot of the other apps running. Of course, yeah, I mean, let's try it because it could be distro to distro. Zorin does have a lot of wine stuff pre-installed, because they want to make it to where a lot of the Windows apps run natively on here. I know it does make me go crazy too. Like, I identify as a internet meme, so please address me as meme. Huh? What? Huh? Anyway, hi meme. Hmm. This seems to be taking a while. I don't know why. But what else is going on, everybody? How's India, Brazil? Is it hot over there? What takes a lot of time? Oh, the downloading? Yeah, I don't know why. We don't need the language packs. And it's wire I'm on a wired connection on the mini, so hmm, kind of cool and warm. Hang on. Hmm, that's not working. Why is that not working? What's 30 degrees Celsius? 86. 86 at 11 p.m. Are you crazy? That's insane. That is too hot. That is way too hot. No, thank you. Oh, let me see. Sounds perfect. Ugh, this is taking a while. Two me's typed what? Oh, it's 20 degrees Celsius. So what is that in Fahrenheit? 20 degrees in Fahrenheit. 68. Oh, okay. That's much better. 68. 68 is nice. But yeah, so for this one, I want to, what do you call it? I want to get this set up. We'll install the master suite. We'll see if any of the other programs, if they function better on here. Oh, yeah, 48. That sounds horrible. That's like got to be in the hundreds. That's like probably 110 over here. That's brutal. All right, and we're done. Restart now. And then it should pop up and say, remove your installation media. Yep. Now this is what it said last time. If you recall, we did this. I removed it, hit enter, and then it was like, poof. So we'll see what happens here. Looks like it's defaulting to Windows. And we're back into Windows. Back into Windows. Let's see. And try restarting again. Well, at least we know Windows still works. But did you see how fast that came up? That's why I like the custom OS. There we go. All right, so for boot, hard disk, Windows Boot Manager, built-in EFI shell. Should I make that one priority? This one? No? What? No, it's right there. Look. But why isn't it showing up here? Is it because we installed it on the main hard drive and not the... That's weird. It's on there, but it's not showing me a boot option. That's really weird. I don't, I don't know. Change this again. 1920 and 80. Better. Ah. We're here. Let's go. Do this. Find here. And just hit find or in terminal. Probably in terminal, I would imagine. Terminal. All right. So find. Boot slash unify. Permission denied. Is it find colon EFI boot manager? Oh, sudo. Sudo. No such file or directory. Huh? How's that possible? Right. I'm putting that together. Look at grub themes and customize it. Sudo find. Yeah, oh, I typed it wrong. My bad. Sudo find / boot / EFI. Grub themes first, then install grub customizer to settle down this bootloader not showing thingy. It's there. Ubuntu is right there. Maybe it was just a bug or something. Yeah, and we'll do the grub themes later. Yeah, well, and we'll do the grub themes later. But right now I want to get to the point of the video, which was yeah. And thank you, Strawberry Kitten. So yeah, it looks like it installed. Yeah. We'll do that later. As long as I can get into it and whatever. This is just a test bed. I'll do that later. Let's try and go with the Photoshop so we can do what we aimed to do today. And again, we'll do that later. I ain't worried about it. Open menus to launch apps. Yep. Ooh, appearance. Connect your accounts. Link your phone. Launch the software. All right. So, oh, we already got updates. Unifying USB receiver. Device cannot be used during update. Okay, well, something went wrong. Oh, that's a good sign. Uh, that's a good sign. That's not a good sign, actually. My mouse is not functioning. So I don't know if something happened with the receiver. What? But the mouse ain't working. There we go. All right, whatever. I don't care. Working. We need Steam. Is Steam installed? I don't think it's installed. What is installed? Look at that. No, it's not. All right, install it. So I'm hoping this installs all the stuff like the proton packs and stuff like that we need. Otherwise, we might have to do it. All right. Why not? Oh yeah, okay. Hey, thanks for being here, Brazil. I appreciate all the help. And hey, we'll do that at some point. We'll hit up the grub themes. I'd like to learn more about that. Team input device rules don't seem to be installed. Experiencing issues with gamepads. Da 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 da. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, is that bad? Install the non-flat pack. The package? Oh, I probably should have checked that. Yeah, because it's Zorin OS. Probably want that one. Steam installer. Yeah, why not? Yeah, and see, so it's like little stuff like that that they need to fix where it's like, why isn't it defaulting to the Zorin OS package versus Flatpak? Because I know Flatpak's like, like you said, it's not the preferred deal. That's not what you want. All right, Steam. Uninstall the Flatpak. So cancel out of this. Well, I just installed. Damn it. See, I think you're like really delayed. Maybe refresh the stream, see if that gets you closer to up to date. And then how do I uninstall the Flatpak? Okay. How do I uninstall the Flatpak Steam? Actually, let me go back. Should be on here installed. Isn't it in here? I'll just hit uninstall. Delete. Whatever. I'll just uninstall them both and then see what the fuck happens. And I wish it had a search at the top here for installed apps. That would be nice. Run connect. Okay, I think it just uninstalled everything, honestly. There's a let's go Steam. Steam installer. Okay, so that did uninstall that, but this is the Steam installer. So we'll open it from here. Okay. We're figuring it out. But again, I like this. It reminds me of like an early version of Mac OS, which I really like Mac OS. It's such a good OS. Like so stable, solid. Like I love Mac OS. I really do. And this reminds me of Mac OS, so that's why I really like it. Um, Cashy was good though. Cashy was good, but definitely buggy. Like I don't know if it was just Cashy that was buggy or what. But like I said, Winboat mixed Winboat with the Rust desk, um, just completely fucked up the system. Like it did not like that at all. Sign in here. Let's see. Empire library. And I wish it would sync the games that I add, on the side, but it doesn't. So we're gonna do what we did last time. If I remember correctly, add a non-Steam game. And you want to browse. Okay. Toy. Oops. Adobe Collection 2020. We're going to select that. We're going to add a selected program. Okay. And then we go to properties. And now compatibility. And I forget how, shit. How did we install that compatibility thing? You remember how we did that? We have to go to files. And then what is it? Control H? Yeah. Control H. Then we go to Steam. Shit. Again. Compatibility tools. Is that right? I have to see. May have to watch that tutorial again, but so now I need a new window. And we go to Ventoy. Files. Apps. 2020. Bleeding Edge. Right. Extract. Bleeding Edge local. So that's what we need in here. All right. So that should be that. Okay. So we did that. And then we right click, properties. Try that again. There we go. Okay, so those are good there. And then go to compatibility. And we just put in May have to restart this. Yeah, let's restart it. Doesn't look like it went. Steam, exit. Yep. So we're gonna exit that. Exit that. Exit that. That. Okay. So we're gonna start Steam again. Okay. Library. Properties again, and just change this to Adobe. Yep. And make sure compatibility is bleeding edge local. Okay. So now it should be at the top. Adobe. We go to Adobe. And then when we click play, it should pull that up with no problem. Should. And we'll see how it runs on here. Because apparently Zorin goes out of their way to install a lot of wine compatibility things. So we'll see how it goes. Try it again. Maybe not. Okay. It looked like all the Proton stuff was in there. All right, what's the difference here? What's the difference? What's the difference? It's not running though. Some detail. Yeah, but it's not running. Ah, I guess it was not installed, so that might make a problem. I thought it came pre-installed, but I guess I was wrong. There you go. We're getting her installed, guys. It's only been, how long have I been streaming? Only an hour and 40 minutes. Preparing. That's my guess. But like I said, Zorin, they try to go out of their way to help people migrate from Windows. So that's why I wanted to test it on Zorin to see if it actually runs better. Have to enable it. Are you talking about this? Don't know. Oh, I'm getting a text. Ooh. Aw. Oh, he's having so much fun. That's so good. Cat and Cooper decided to go to Disney, so good stuff. Oh, he's having a blast. I have to enable Steam console. How do I do that? This seems to be taking a while. It's preparing something, but I don't know what. Maybe I should close this out. But where's Steam console? Check Arch Wiki. But this is based on Ubuntu. It's not an Arch. All right. Let me close this. Just let this thing go. I mean, I wish it would show me what the hell it's doing. Doesn't seem like it's doing anything. Okay. Good to know. Okay. What is it? Arch. Let's see. Arch Wiki. This one? Yeah, hang on. Um, what do I search for? What do I search for again? Steam console. Let's see. Make you add as moderator. I'll do the standard moderator. Okay. You are now a moderator. Welcome. Welcome to the show. Let me see. March Wiki. So what do I do? Activate console. And where do I paste that? Replace X and Y. Oh. Go to channel. Wait, why is it doing that? There we go. And do I just put that in console or terminal? Yes. Is that not working? Oh, I can't copy and paste. That's why. What is it? XDG. Open. Steam. Like that. Open Steam. In terminal. F2. I don't think that worked. I don't think that worked. They're at Disney. They went to Animal Kingdom. Bleh. Steam, open console. Got it. Base, Steam. Aha. Okay. Aha. Thank you. There it is, console. All right, so let's go back to home and go to a. Oh, did that fucking thing finish? What the fuck, dude? Well, guess it's installed because this says uninstall. We'll find out. This says server response failed too. What the fuck does that mean? You know what? I think maybe. Let me check something real quick. I think I remember seeing something on that tutorial. We got it running on cache, right? Yeah, I think I remember seeing something on the download. Give me 1 second. Hey, who's crying back there? I think I remember seeing something on the tutorial. So let me go to my Discord. I pasted this into Discord, so if you guys haven't joined the Discord yet, come here, and then down here you can go to Linux, and I pasted in what we did last time. Oh, we got some social updates. Yep. Wow, there he is. And then community chat. Aha. Nice. So let's go back to Linux. And I pasted this in here.
Our bookstore is like a portal.
It's neo-Victorian, it's steampunk.
And we wanted our Wix website to be too. I'm Jenna.
And I'm Josh.
Between Valve's
Run a small game through Steam to see if it works. Hang on. What's this? Let me just check this real quick. Hang on. I want to check the tutorial because I remember seeing something on that page. So let me pop this open.
You, just you, building your app on base 44.
Between Valve's contributions to Linux.
Pause this because I remember seeing something on the GitHub, maybe. Go back to code. Make install. Oh, so like a small Windows game type of thing? Okay, from the top level directory of the wine source, which contains the file run. Fix drop down value passing. What? Read days. Okay. All right. Let's see. So, what's a small Windows game? This one's Steam Deck. One gun guy. I don't know if this is a Windows. How can I tell if it's a Windows or not? Download complete. Proton experimental. Okay, so maybe the Proton stuff, because it did say you needed the Proton stuff. How do we install the rest of the Proton stuff? I think that's what we're missing. And maybe it works now. Let's try it. So you said go to properties and then compatibility. And you want the Proton one? What should we change here? I think it said Proton experimental, but yeah, let's just play it. See what happens. Console. I don't think it might be Steam that's not working. Yeah, I think Steam's not working. don't think Steam's working because it's doing the same thing here with no such process. And I did not change it, right? So I didn't change the One Gun Guy's settings. Where is it? One Gun Guy, right? So properties, I did not change the compatibility. Oh, I did. I thought I left it on Proton Experimental. Okay, let's change that. And hit play. I just unchecked it to see if it runs at all. Here it says running install script evaluator for app ID. One step. Da, 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 da. And then it says this. Oh, it did work. Wow. There it is. No, we're not on NVIDIA. This is all AMD. Okay, so that worked. I think it's the Proton. So let's go back to that tutorial because I think it's the Proton thing. Because he said you needed the Proton tools. I think there's something up with the Proton. But how do we install? Yes, here, Proton. Compatibility tool for Steam based on Wine. Okay, so
If you've heard of Proton,
okay. You said check the compatibility tools again. So Steam, and then Steam compatibility tools, Bleeding Edge. Yep, Bleeding Edge is in there, but legacy runtime. Yeah, I think it's more, like I said, that NVIDIA, or not NVIDIA, the compatibility tools.
that actually is a fork of Wine that was optimized for Steam games with patches from Valve and is based on Mac OS or iPad OS in order to get their work done. But there is one free software developer out there who is creating patches for Wine in order to get newer versions of Photoshop and basically the whole Adobe Creative Cloud working in Linux. Now, if you haven't heard of Wine, it's a compatibility layer that translates Windows API calls into POSIX ones that are going to work in Linux. If you've heard of Proton, that actually is a fork of Wine that was optimized for Steam games with patches from Valve and is basically what has made gaming on Linux possible. Now, Wine has very, very little overhead, which again is why it's used for gaming on Linux, because worst case, you might lose a few FPS, but in a lot of cases, you actually gain a performance boost over playing the same games on Windows 11 because the underlying operating system isn't using as much of your resources. Now, unfortunately, you do have to manually import this developer's Wine patches in order to get Photoshop working, and it's probably going to be a while until these patches get merged into the official Wine branch, because according to the developer, the fork of Wine, aka Proton, but that PR got closed pretty much now. I'm going to show you guys how to get. What you want to do is download this guy's Wine Adobe installers from his GitHub page, and I'm going to link this in the video's description, so don't worry. You want to click on the releases, and you want to get this Bleeding Edge local tar.gz. That's the one that you want, and we'll just download that for now. Next, if you haven't installed Steam yet, you're going to want to go ahead and do that. So I'm part of a gaming meta package that can be installed from CatchyOS Hello. So if you click on the apps and tweaks and then install gaming packages, it'll install Steam, Proton, all the stuff you need. As you can see, I've already got it installed, so we're good to go. Now, once Steam is installed and you've logged into it and all that good stuff, you're going to want to go into your home folder and make sure that hidden files are being shown. You want to go into .local, share, Steam.
That's why it's in the wrong place, maybe. Why can't I?
And then you want this folder.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna go into local. Wait. You said local. Shared. Is it? Because he said local dot shared. Ignore the path you mentioned. Okay. Steam, compatibility. All right. The only thing I could think is maybe try re-downloading the Bleeding Edge. Or how do I install the Proton stuff again? Yeah, let me make sure the wine stuff is actually installed correctly. Proton caller on console. Oh, it's actually running it here. Do it without Steam. So turn Steam off. Well, that's interesting that it does not work on Zorin. Just see if I can. We got Proton tricks. Whoops. Where did it go? We got Proton tricks. Install that. All right. Let me try that. Give me 1 second. It. Hopefully it is. I don't know. So, what is it? Clear that. All right. Maybe it's in the zone. So sudo apt install. What the hell does that mean? Waiting for cache lock? How do I stop that? How do I stop it from doing that? Yeah, I get it. So stop doing that. You don't have to. Thank you. I'm learning. Okay. And then this, it just doesn't seem like, so if I hit cancel, because it just says preparing, so I hit cancel, and then it seems like it's installed. So is stuff installing correctly, or is it not? Like, it doesn't seem like it should be taking this long, you know what I mean? I don't know. You know what? When in doubt, fucking restart. That's what I say. Yeah. I think, I mean, and when I went to restart, it said extracting something. Probably from when I did a right click and extracted the Proton tools. So that tells me maybe the Proton tools didn't extract correctly or something. Something's fucked up. I think more than one thing is not installed correctly. Let's just hit it with a restart. Authentication. Yeah, it does seem a little broken. Which it shouldn't, because we installed everything correctly, right? Is it going to go to Windows or Zorin? Let's find out. Uh-oh. Oh, that's why. Yeah. Press escape to skip. Let's press any key. Oh boy, what did I do here? Yeah. Let me get back to fucking. Yeah, I'm in the UEFI shell because I changed the boot menu, remember? I wonder if I can reinstall Zorin, like just the boot menu, or how do I fix that? I thought I restarted it. I appreciate you being here with me, Strawberry Kitten. Okay. But again, it didn't install grub onto here, so we'll have to fix this. So I'm gonna save. Yeah, and then go to Zorin. Oh, giraffes. Oh. They're at Animal Kingdom. Hey. An important operating system update has been installed. Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's what the fuck was going on. Who knows? All right, you said what was it? Proton Tools? Man not found. Oh, Proton Tricks, was it? Sorry. Proton Tricks. All right, so let's see. Install wine. So what do I press here? Sudo apt wine. Okay, so sudo install proton. Sorry, the cats are like crying. Proton caller. Dash caller. Did I get all that right? Let's see. Proton tricks. Proton dash caller. Sudo apt install proton tricks. Proton caller. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking, like you said, there's a lot of dependencies that didn't install when they should have, and not a good look for Zorin, guys. Sorry about that, because I don't know what the hell's going on with that. Really don't know. But we'll try and get Proton installed. Yeah, I don't know. Like that's 2 times in a row for Zorin that I installed it. Ooh, there she is.
I remember how bad I was hurt that day. What a wicked little thing you are. Why'd you have to leave me with a broken heart? Left me split, cracked, cut in half, alone and torn apart.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Vampire Bun Bun is here. Welcome in. Welcome in, honey. How are you? Love to see it. Love when you come in, because then we get that cute little bunny girl over here. It's doing something. Hey, there's all the stuff we were missing. Type in Proton. The pretty princess is here. How you doing, honey? We're good. We're good. Cat and Coops are at the Animal Kingdom right now. They're on the safari over there. Let's see. Okay, so proton call slash. Is there a space there? I think there's a space there. Okay, I see. Oh, path to the folder. How do I get the path to the folder? Let me see here. We're learning Linux, honey. If you ever wanted to learn Linux, now's the time, because that's what we're doing. I don't know what his favorite animal is. He likes that baby shark, though. He definitely loves that baby shark. Do this. All right. Where the... You said path to that folder. The compat tools or oh interior design your brain away? Yeah, interior design is probably easier than what I'm doing. This folder? So this. Okay. And then space. Oh, why did that open up? No. All right. And sorry, I'm just trying to. Right? Right. That looks correct, right? So I just did like that and then dash r adobe.exe. Oh, right. Of course you can't because I'm in the way. Hang on. Think. And then, give me 1 second. I'm gonna switch these two. And then, there you go. And then you said dash r space adobe.exe. Like that? The directory's right there. I literally just pasted it in there. So wine's not installed. But I just pasted it. How's the path wrong? The folder that's inside that. Oh, well, what do you know about that? Ah, the bleeding edge local. Hey. Well, great. Now I can do this all over again. With the installer. What? What do you mean with the installer? Oh, you mean like the path to the the path to the installer? Delete this. Wait, I can't delete it. Single quotes. They are in single quotes, no? Yeah, hang on. It's getting confusing. Hang on. Okay, so I should be able to paste that folder in, right? Take this, drag it here. There. Okay. And then run. Right? Come on. Sorry, I'm gonna have to take a break here in a little bit, but yeah, I would love to see it. I know it's hurting my brain, that's for sure. But yeah, I'd love to see it. Let me see. Home. No. I want Ventoy, files, apps, Adobe collection, this one. That. So run that. So Proton call up my compatibility tools and run that. What? No such file or directory. Is it the C? All right. Hang on 1 second, guys. I gotta feed the cats. That's why he's crying. Give me a second. All right, I apologize, guys. I was the cats they've got us trained, right? Because they will cry nonstop until we feed them. Literally, they would just cry and 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 cry. until we feed them. So is what it is. Let me see. Maybe something went wrong there. Maybe extract it again. Space after C is missing. Oh, so there's got to be a space after the C for it to register? Or is it because is it just a space, or is wine not installed correctly? You know? I mean, it's extracted. Ah, yes. Change the overlay. Give me 1 second. This here? Yeah. All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to check Discord real quick. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on. But, and here I thought Zorin was going to be much easier to play around with, and turns out it's not. So let me check Discord. Discord. Oh, nice. Oh, that's so very cool. Hell yeah. Is that you with the battle axe? That's nice. I love that. Put a space after the C and try again. See, I wish the what do you call it? I wish the C in here would, like, first of all, that shouldn't matter, right? Like, it shouldn't matter at all if there's a space there or not. But even if there's not a space, I wish I could just come back in here after I paste it in. Why can I not just come back in here and put a space? Why do I have to run? What the fuck? Why does it do that? Why do I have to run the cursor all the fucking way back here just to put a space in here? Does that make any sense? Yeah, failed to open config. No, that's Mommy Karlach from Baldur's Gate 3. Oh, nice. Nice. Or just press home on the keyboard to jump to the beginning of the line. Well, that helps too. Press home. So if I go that and then home. Okay, that helps, but not. So what is it? It's failed to open the config. No such file or directory. I think it's more like Karlach. Karlach. Got it. I think it's more the fact that Proton and, like, we had that bug from earlier to where, like, none of this stuff was installing, I feel like. So let me make sure wine is installed. Wine. So run this. So that wine isn't even installed. And then Wine Tricks. Wine Tricks isn't even installed. Yeah, that's the problem. None of this is installed. I thought it was all installed. All right. Let me figure this out. All right. Sudo apt install. Okay. Wine is already the newest version. Wine set to manually installed? Okay. Then why over here does it say install wine? I'm so confused. Is it Zorin itself? It's just fucking broken? I mean, is it because it's not installed correctly? Ah, hang on. Oh, that's better. Fuck. Maybe it's because we weren't in dark mode. I think that has a lot to do with it. We weren't in dark mode. Yeah, someone to install it. Because it's fucking completely broken. Well, not a great look for Zorin, guys. I might end up fucking nuking this. We may end up fucking nuking Zorin and going with something else. We might go back to Kashi. I don't know. But this ain't fucking doing it. Tell you what it's not doing. And that's a lot. It's not doing a whole hell of a lot here. I don't know why it would be so fucking broken. Yeah, so Strawberry, what do you recommend? Seriously, like your top fucking thing. Yes, restart now. Your top distro. What's your go-to distro? Because I thought, fuck. Oh. Here I thought. Let's see if it fixed the boot thing. No, it did not. Huh. What the hell? That sucks that Zorin is not there, but it's here in the boot override. Which is really fucking weird. Very stable. That's right. You did mention to run Kubuntu. You did mention that today. Okay. I will download it. Because so far, this has been a fucking task and a half getting Zorin to work. And all we've done is update it, essentially, because none of this shit seems to be working. And I'm gonna go ahead and run the updater again just to make sure. Maybe that's the thing, because they said it feels like Windows, so maybe that's what they're really going for. Is because hey, maybe that's what they're going for, is they really want to give you that Windows feel of it not fucking working. The fuck is all this? Software and updates. Okay, this is just like telling me when it's going to do it. It is the 7900 XTX. Oh, actually, no, I take that back. on this one, I have no fucking clue. It's built in. It's 80 AMD Radeon because we're on the mini right now. That's right. My bad. Hey, hang on, guys. My fucking cats are fighting. Hang on. Okay. It says it's up to date now, but I have a feeling. I got a feeling that something ain't quite right. We're gonna do wine again. Wine glass, wine tricks, wine, proton tricks. Okay, so protons installed. Oh, there. See, now it's showing up. Port proton. What's proton plus? Look at all this fucking wine stuff. All right. Well, we got a lot of wine shit. A GUI for wine. Ooh, look at that. Wine glass. Wine charm. Charming wine GUI. Okay. All right. Anyway, maybe that's all it needed was an update and an install. Let's roll with Steam again. Oops. All right. Library. Adobes. We're still plugged in. Nothing. You motherfucker. What the fuck? I don't get it. Does not work on Zorin. Zorin is fucking broken. We can try following that tutorial again, but this is literally all the guy did. So give me 1 sec. Look up that fucking tutorial again. Don't know, guys. It just ain't working. It ain't working. That's the way you do it. Let me see.
Here, compatibilitytools.d, and this is where you want to unzip the bleeding edge local. You actually don't need the tar archive in there anymore. You just need to unzip the folder, and this is what it looks like in there. You don't need to mess with anything in this folder. You just need it to be.
All right, try extracting it again. You know, it's not a bad idea. I'll extract it. I'm gonna copy it. Well, it should be in there, right? So it's Steam, compatibility tools, and then the bleeding edge local. So I'm gonna delete that. Move to trash. Okay. And then I'm gonna close Steam. Mhm. And then we're going to open a new window. Toy. File. Apps. Put it in here. Okay. So just double click it. Nope. Yeah, that did work. Okay. Extracted too, right here. Okay. So it's here. Okay. I think it is more like we said, there's some dependency. Either we gotta try installing it to Steam, the Proton tools. I think that's what's going on. Is that it doesn't have the right Proton tools. Or something. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's going on, honestly. Oh, we didn't even check the console, but I will this time. Properties. Compatibility. Change it. I'm going to change it to Bleeding Edge Local. Nope. Not. There we go. Bleeding Edge Local. Making sure that nothing else selected. Anyway, so I don't know what we did to fix it. I guess just extracting that folder to there, or copying the folder in there and extracting it directly in there. Yeah. Now, this did not work. This part right here did not work on Cache, right? So we're going to try it in here to see if it works. And I'm just going to click Photoshop because Photoshop was the only one that I know worked. We're going to do Photoshop, and then we will do Premiere as well. Just for right now. I'm going to leave them in the default location, or should I move them? Because I don't remember exactly where it puts them. I think it just puts them in like program files, right? I'm just gonna leave it default and we'll fucking find them again. But now those check marks, yeah, see, it didn't work. Unknown option, reboot. That happened last time. But then see, it doesn't matter. Oh, this is different. This is different. This did not come up before. Interesting. This did not come up before. In Cache, this did not come up. Interesting. Okay. This definitely did not come up, and every other one that I tried to install, every time it said Acrobat. No, it did not. It did not install. That was the thing. Every single time I tried to install Acrobat, that was the one program that it popped up and said could not install. We're going to finish it. Interesting. So that is new. That is a new development, and we'll see if it actually installed it or not. Now this one's popping up. Something's flashing here. Interesting. So that's different already. That is for sure different. It is installed. No, it's installed. I checked it on the thing. I checked it on the Zorin shop thing. Whatever that thing's called. The Zorin store. But that's interesting. So again, Acrobat did not install. That window did not even pop up before to show me where it was installing. So that's interesting. And I wonder what the difference is there. So again, your mileage may vary depending on your distro that you're using and using this hack to install things with. So we'll see. That may also affect the usability and running of all of the applications. So again, that's kind of why I wanted to install it on Zorin, because they claim that they put in a lot of effort into making Windows apps run better on Zorin and having like compatibility. I don't know what the fuck's going on with the install though. Something happened. So I definitely recommend hitting it with an update before you attempt doing anything. And unfortunately, I think we did install it incorrectly. So there's that. So I may end up reinstalling it later on, but at least we got this going. So that's promising. That's good. We've got that going. So thank you for all your help, Strawberry Kitten. I don't know what the hell we did wrong, but we did something wrong. And I feel like that is the bane of Linux, right? That seems to be the bane of Linux, is that your mileage may vary depending on what distro you're on, right? And there's no best distro. A lot of people have been saying Mint, Linux Mint as well. So I might try Mint either alongside Zorin or yeah, we're just gonna, for now, we've got Zorin installed, so, and we got Adobe installed. What the hell it did or didn't do, but make sure to update Zorin before you do anything. Oh, crunch. So you got anything going on today, Strawberry Kitten? Strawberry Kitten. Yeah, I just added the this animation after the other day. I thought it was appropriate. But yeah, guys, we are installing the Adobe Creative Suite on Zorin OS 18 right now. You sure? Really? Because every other time I've tried it, it said that was the one app that it couldn't install. I swear it. Because it came back at the end. It was like error, cannot install Acrobat. Huh. Well, I stand corrected then. Did that installer pop up too? That installer popped up? Because that's how I noticed it, was that the install window like popped up on top of this window, and I do not remember that happening, but huh. Interesting. All right. Well, I stand corrected. We'll find out here in a minute, because it said that it installed it, but then it also said, I remember it saying installed with exceptions. Huh. You know, I may have brain damage. True story. True story, as a matter of fact. I might have brain damage. All right. Yeah, see, it says right here, with exceptions. This is what I remember from last time. Ah, that's right. Adobe XD. Okay. I thought it was Acrobat. All right. Yes, I stand corrected. I remember there was one. I thought it was Acrobat, but it was XD. Got it. All right. Well, those installed. And now comes the hard part. Do you remember where these were hidden? Is it, was it local there? How do I find them? No. Comp data. Let's find out. Under local? Oh, there we go. Scene. It's called scene. So this is my main canvas. This is my close-up. So different scenes. We got local. Is it under local? Or would it be under Steam? Legacy Compat? I don't remember. Steam apps, comp data. Steam apps. Comp data. And then I think it was in 0, wasn't it? No. Gotta be in one of these. The longest name. Okay. Ah. There's Adobe Temp. Adobe. Dun, dun. I'm gonna put it over here. I just drag it. That'll work. It's in my starred, which is weird. I thought I could put it over here, but whatever. All right. Now we will try Photoshop. Now last time all I did was double click it and no, not quite. Done. Okay, so now I think we need to do a new link in Steam to get it to work. Open with Proton Trinks Launcher. Open. Aha. That's it. This one. Ooh. No background wine server. Huh. Okay. Do you know what this is saying? Any idea what that means? Yeah, see, and then this is why I was like, you know what? Dual boot is probably the way to go because yeah, while we were able to get it running, uh, you know, one wrong click and the whole interface was fucked up. Yeah, that's what I was gonna try. Yeah. Yeah, let me try that next. But okay. Adobe. All right, so add a game. Browse it. Where's my favorites? Oh, it doesn't put my favorites over here? What the fuck? That's weird. It put Photoshop. Okay. And then we go properties. This, and this. Nope. Yeah, that's a bug. Okay. That was different. Yeah, doesn't like that. Does not like that. Yeah. And that's weird, like how, because we got it installed with Cache OS, no problem. So do you think Kubuntu would have any other problems? Do you think Kubuntu would have this kind of problem? And again, this is why I was like, you know what? Let's just fucking dual boot because I don't know what the fuck's going on here. And then that way I can still have, you know, Windows on one partition, and then I can have this to play around with. Yes, Zorin is Ubuntu based, yep. Whereas Cache was Arch based. But again, I was having issues with that. Yeah. Try the wine staging version. Yeah, we could try that. But I did kind of just want to log back into Windows and install the other Adobe suite on there to see if it functions at all, to see if we even have a decent version. But again, like, you know, people are like, oh, you know, we got Photoshop working, and it's like, yeah, but again, one wrong move, you know, you click on the interface to maximize it. That's all I did. And then it was stuck that way. And I couldn't get it back to original, and don't know what else I could have done to fix that. So, sorry, I'm getting a text. So again, that's why I went with Windows. Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I was thinking too. It's like dual booting would probably be the best bet. And then I can still play around with and still do videos like this where they're like, oh, hey, somebody said they got Adobe working with this distro. Let's try it out. So then I can just, you know, delete this or delete whatever we got here and just run, you know, install another distro and go from there, right? So make it a little bit easier, a little bit quicker to distro hop and have a nice, you know, test system that I can play around with. And that being said, I'm going to restart and try installing my new Adobe suite onto Ghost. So we're going to try that. And I can show you guys some more Ghost stuff. So yeah, I mean, for what it's worth, very mom and pop. And mom and pop are not going to be, they're not going to be fucking around with Photoshop and After Effects and any of that stuff anyway. So for what it's worth, you know, you got all your office stuff here, right? You can do the Microsoft Office and all that type of stuff. You can do all of that, right? You got some sound and video stuff. Looks like CD burning, camera, rhythm box, sound recorder, videos. It's got a lot of useful things built in for mom and pop, right? Files, Proton Tricks. Right here is Proton Tricks. Boom. So, and you got your web browser. It's you know, it's a decent starting point for mom and pop to get their feet wet into Linux. If all you want to do is surf the web and do some basic fucking computing, yeah, exactly. You installed Kubuntu on mother system, yeah, and any mom and pop would love Zorin, right? Because it looks like Windows. You know, you've got everything that mom and pop need. You could even make it look like Mac OS if you really wanted to. So you go like this and boom, Mac OS, right? Kind of same thing. You got your apps here. You do this thing. You could do this kind of look, right? To where makes it look like Mac OS as well. You know, this is the kind of look I like, right? To where everything's just right here. You got Windows app support. You know, you can see everything. Wine Tricks is here. Windows app support. Did we install that? I don't know. See, maybe this will help. We tried installing it last time and it just didn't fucking work. It just sat here. There. Yeah, it just sat here and didn't do anything. And now it's still not doing anything. Yeah, so either something was messed up with Zorin to begin with. Proton Tricks, configure wine. Oh, here, configure wine. Look at that. And where'd it go now? Now it's fucking gone. Here, this looks different. Wait a second. You can emulate a virtual desktop? Let's make sure that's installed. So we got Wine Tricks, Proton Tricks. I don't know. It seemed like something updated there. But yeah, so for what it's worth, Zorin, it's all right. It's not the greatest, right? But not the worst, you know? And we can see, where was that Proton Tricks again? Real quick. Go that. And then let's just go Photoshop. Now that we updated it, yeah, it's still good. Nah. So I'm just going to shut down and then we're going to go to, oh, I thought that was the shutdown. Now how do I shut down? The fuck? Not right there. Restart. We'll restart it and then I want to jump back into Windows real quick. This should default to Windows, or it might default to my external drive, which is weird. It shouldn't do that. There we go. Going back to Windows. Back to Windows. Bang, bang. And we're back, folks. Yeah, so I do appreciate the Ghost Spectre. And again, I know you were saying you don't really care for Ghost Spectre, but for what it's worth, So I did get the Adobe collection here, but I also got 2025. So I'm gonna change this to Adobe Master Collection 2025. And see, just as simple as that. Mount. And then install options, additional options, install. And then I did try this. So I did this on Winboat, right, with Linux, and this checkmark thing actually worked to where I could install one or two things or none at all if I so chose. But like Dimension, all this other stuff, like I don't use any of this stuff. I do use InDesign, Lightroom sometimes. I probably don't need it, so I'll leave Lightroom out. Media encoder for sure. This one, this one, this one. We'll do Premiere Rush. Why not? I think that's it. That's all I need. Did I get After Effects in here? Yeah. Okay. Let's go with that. Default, sure. And this is the Master Collection 2025, so it's from last year. But again, you see how easy that was? And just doing that on Linux, it was like, I mean, we took 2.5, 3 hours just to get it installed. Not to say that that's not fun or interesting, but you know. If it works on here, then just put it on here. You know what I mean? And just have options. I'm the kind of guy that I like options, right? And if Zorin ain't working, guess what? We're gonna fucking nuke that motherfucker and get rid of it, and maybe try Kubuntu and see if I like that one. And if I don't like that one, then guess what? And we start over. It's no big deal. But yeah, even this one, it looks like I think maybe Acrobat on this one doesn't work as well. So maybe that's what I was thinking of. So, and I think there's something bugged with this installer just in general, because Acrobat was not working on here. So I could. Jeez. I thought that was Acrobat. Products. Is this Acro? Yeah. Acro Pro. MSI. I could try this one, but we could try it like separate. So if this one doesn't install it here, then I'll try running it. Yeah, because it finally just skipped it. So once this gets done, I'll run it separate. Ah. Ooh, my hair though. My hair though. Know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. And I used to play Fortnite. I love Fortnite, but like they're really grasping at straws now because they're just throwing every collab they can at it, and like it's not helping. And I think because they're not giving each collab enough time, you know? Like South Park came out and they gave them, a POI and a bunch of stuff, but like at the same time, like there should have been a lot more, what do you call it? There should have been a lot more that they did. And they only gave it like a week. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden it just like freaking that hurt. Holy shit. I don't know. No, After Effects or Premiere does not work on Linux. Epic, yes, he has a small Sweeney. That is true. No, Dutto, unfortunately, After Effects and Premiere does not work. We were able to get InDesign 2021 kind of working. Illustrator kind of worked, but the interface was fucking whacked. Lightroom worked for about 20 minutes, or maybe like 10 minutes, and then it crashed. Yeah, kinda, sorta. But I hit the window to expand Photoshop the other day, and then it like went beyond the window extends, and nothing I did could get it back in, so I couldn't even use Photoshop anymore. So I'd have to reinstall it just to use it. And for what it's worth, like that's why I installed Windows on here. So it's like, so I got a custom distro of Windows. It's Ghost Spectre LTSC, and then we just installed Zorin OS, so that way I can jump, back and forth very easily. So it's like right now for me, I think the best thing to do is just have a distro of Windows. Have a distro of Windows and have a distro of Linux. Use Linux for your everyday driver, and then when you got to get some work done, you got to work on some graphic stuff, jump over to Windows, do your stuff, and then get out. But if you only want Photoshop and you don't hit the maximize button on the window to just blow it out of the interface, then you should be fine. You should be fine. But we did get it working. However, we didn't get it working today because I tried reinstalling, or I tried installing Zorin because I wanted to see if it would run on Zorin. Couldn't get it running on Zorin. But like I said, Photoshop is working on CachyOS. Yeah. Yeah, and I have no doubt. And I tried to install it through VirtualBox as well. I already tried that off stream. So VirtualBox gave me an error. So I installed it directly from CachyOS, like from install apps. It had the script right there. And it would not let me even install Windows. It kept popping up with an error, and I was just like, okay. So then I installed it through Winboat, and like I said, I got Winboat crashed on me like 3 or 4 times. I had to reinstall the OS 3 times, and at that point I'm just like, this is fucking ridiculous. So Winboat was out. It's not reliable, right? So, for what it's worth, it just didn't seem very reliable for me. But All right, so this did not install Acrobat Pro. So this is what I was remembering. Okay. So all the ones that I wanted installed, but Acrobat Pro did not. And so I will try to hop in here and install it directly. Micro Pro MSI. And again, you know, for what it's worth, I haven't had a problem with Ghost Spectre. It's my preferred Windows OS, right? So, and if you guys are interested, I can send you the link. Yeah, not all Windows distros are good. I agree, but let's be honest, they're no worse than Microsoft themselves, okay? Okay, so this one, yeah. Oh, you know what I bet I need to do? Error service print spooler failed to start. Verify that you have retry. What do I need the print spooler up? Who cares? Right. Let's try cancel. You can start the print spooler service manually. How do I do that? I got to run command. Disabled. Thank you. Accept the end user license agreement. Activate this product. No. No, I don't think so, because there's one of these here. Oh. But I'm wondering if I can just run the installer again. Optimized away spooler. Yeah. It optimized away the spooler. It sure did. I'm wondering if I can just run this installer setup again. Yeah. Hey, you know, don't I don't know. That's the first time I've run into a problem like that. But again, so I'm wondering if that's how that's supposed to be done, and then it's gonna see that it's installed and then install the bonus bits. But at any rate, we can immediately run Photoshop. There we go. And just like that. Boom. Yeah, so much faster. Like, my God. So, for Photoshop, I would just recommend running, well, either a base Windows model, which, hey, and, you know, if you want to run the Chris Titus tool, we could do that too. We could make our own version of Windows, and it'll pull out a lot of that bullshit. Like I said, I just like Ghost Spectre, and you know, it's no different than Linux. Like, if something's not working, like, okay, now we got to figure out why that's not working. But for the most part, I haven't run into too many problems. So Photoshop is working. That's great. Absolutely great. We love it. We love it. Oh, and it's got generative fill. I'll be damn. Look at that. Generative fill. Look at that. Cool. So we got that. Looks like this ain't working. So I'll have to look to see where that is supposed to go. Whoops. I gotta see where that's supposed to go. I have a sneaking suspicion I know where it's supposed to go. Mm. Oh. Yep. We could just do that too. So see, that's different. And perhaps that's why that one in particular. So each Adobe app is different, right? So the installation on each Adobe app is going to be different. And there it is. Right on the desktop. So that should be already free. Yep. There it is. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. No, that didn't seem like it. Yeah, I'll have to figure out where that is supposed to go, because don't need that. But let's see here. Yeah, you got to log into Adobe in general, usually. That's why I was testing out Photoshop. I do have a Adobe account and I do pay for it, $20 a month right now, but I'm kind of over it. So, and honestly, I haven't used a lot of the Adobe products in recent months, so anymore there are free alternatives to everything. I enjoy Photoshop, but I don't know. Is it worth it? I don't know. For as much as I use it, maybe not, but we'll see. So, at any rate, I think I'm going to sign off, guys. So, I appreciate y'all being here. Again, Zoran, I really wanted to recommend Zoran OS, but we could not get Photoshop running on Zoran. We did manage to get we did manage to get Photoshop running on Cashy OS. So if that's something you're interested in, be sure to check the Discord. I got a link to the tutorial that we followed, but that was at my previous stream. So unfortunately, we didn't get it installed today, but we got the mini set up to where I can use it on Windows, and I can use it for what do you call it? For distro hopping. So Strawberry Kitten is clearing her traces, so I appreciate you. I appreciate you being here, Strawberry Kitten. Thank you for all your help. We did our best, but we could not fix Zoran OS, unfortunately. So, but thank you for your help. Thank you for being here. Be sure to hit us up on Discord. Again, if you don't like the vertical stream, if you're over on watching on vertical, hit us up over on the horizontal stream next time. All right. And it looks like it may have gotten reset at some point. But anyway, guys, that's all for me. That's all for me today. Thank you for being here. I'm going to hop off, and peace.